Today it's back day, back exercises and biceps. Hey. It can be really hard to get started, especially in the morning when you're not used to getting up early, or if you had a bad night, if you've been awake with kids or just didn't get the proper sleep. It can be real hard to get going. But once you get in the groove, then you can start pushing. So just warm up, start doing exercises. Your body starts pumping adrenaline, and then you get going. So it's about just getting past that initial phase where you're just tired and low on energy. Yeah, and just get started. So it's back exercise today in biceps. And I start off with doing some rows for about 5 minutes and doing some exercises on the movement and like stretching exercise to make sure that I have mobility in my shoulders and back for the exercises that I'm doing right now. I always start with pull-ups. I like that one. It trains your entire upper back and biceps. It's an overall very good exercise for everybody to train, no matter what kind of skill level you're at. Being able to do a pull-up in itself is just a great feeling to be able to do, and a great way to increase your overall strength in upper body. So if you're a beginner or intermediate, or you've been doing strength training for a long time, pull-ups is just overall a great exercise to be doing. And you can do assisted pull-ups as well if you're unable to do the pull-ups. So I'll just get going. So basically I'm doing chin-ups, which is like this. Well, this is not more, it's more of a this. Where you keep your hands like more parallel to each other. And the reason why I enjoy this is because I've already have some limitations in my shoulders for the mobility. When I do this, I feel it in my shoulders, and that is probably something I should work on, but it is what it is. So I find it more easy on the shoulders when I do this grip. It's more on the biceps than during this exercise, but it's really a good way to get a proper technique. And as you get more tired during the set, the body will try to adapt and you will do more of a momentum swing. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not proper form, but it's important to push yourself and try to keep the shoulders back as much as you can to get some activation on your lats and your back, because that should be the prime driver of this exercise. But you're going to be using biceps as well. That's just the way it is. But I'm a fan of pushing yourself in the exercises. I want to do as many reps as I possibly can, and I don't want my limitations or mobilities to stop that. So getting some momentum in the exercise is fine, as long as you don't overdo it. So I did now 21. I probably had like 1 or 2 in the tank left that I could probably push, but since it's the first set and it's quite early in the morning yet, I'm a little bit wary of injuries and pushing too hard immediately. So I did 21. I usually do like between 2 or 3 minute rest. So I'll get soon on the next one. Pull-ups is usually like an exercise that a lot of the beginners just overlook because it feels intimidating. Like a lot of people in the start, they feel like doing a pull-up is just like a big wall they just can't get around. And to some degree it is, because you're actually lifting your body with your upper body strength. Not everybody can do that, and of course people also are limited by their weight. How many you can do is like, if you're a bit overweight or you have a lot of fat on yourself, pull-ups is going to be hard. So there are exercises you can do in that case, like pull downs on the machines or even assisted pull-ups. You have a friend or someone is guiding you, or using rubber bands on this exercise. But once you can do like between 5 and 10 pull-ups without extra weight, you should be able to do them by yourself. And it's such a good way to train your upper body strength. So I see a lot of young kids just like, they go to the gym, or not even just young kids, but a lot of people in general, beginners or even intermediate level, just go and do like biceps exercises and triceps, and maybe do some curls for the stomach, for the abs. Like, and they're completely neglecting these compound exercises like squats and pull-ups, and maybe they do like bench press. That's a classic one. But you need these big compound exercises in order to build that proper strength in your body, and pull-ups is one of the best ones. So before I started doing pull-ups, I think I took maybe 1 or 2 pull-ups in the beginning, and those probably really bad form pull-ups as well. So we all start somewhere. And now I'm pushing between 20 and 25 pull-ups if I'm going for a max rep. And that is at around 80 kilos. But so we all have to start somewhere. It's just about beginning. And if you can do just 1, maybe 2 pull-ups, don't get completely disheartened by that. We all start somewhere. Just push, 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 and get better each time. So let's do the next set. So 18 on this one. It's pretty good. Usually you get down, at least I do. You get down a couple of reps for the next set. And I really like to get full range of motion on this. I think it's important to train that part of your back. Not only getting this. I see a lot of people just like going halfway when they're training this. It might be because of limited mobility issues that they find it easier. But we don't want to go for easier. We want to go for full range. Get all the way up and all the way down. That is what you want to train. Because you don't want to be that guy that only does pull-ups halfway. It has no use. Oh, I'm sure it has some use, but you want to train that entire range of motion to get strength in the whole, both in this position and in this position. So I think people are neglecting that or doing it wrong because it feels hard. But hard isn't bad. Hard is what you're after. And when you're doing this exercise properly and you get full range of motion, that is when you really get a good pump and strength training in this exercise. And you don't want to only train for the looks of it. You want to train for strength and longevity. And when you do full range of motion on this exercise, it's just massive for you. That's one of the reasons why I actually do love pull-ups so much. I didn't do in the beginning. I mean, I started some strength training when I was like 17, 18 years old. I was only doing bench press. Bench and perhaps like these on the biceps. I wasn't even training triceps because that was what I thought was right. I was seeing images in like magazines we had at that point of time. Was just seeing like this chest and the biceps. That was the focus like when I was young. So that was what I was training. I didn't train my back or triceps or anything. It wasn't until like my later years after my football career in my 30s when I started training again. Like I was doing maybe 1 pull-up, 2 pull-ups in the first training I did. I just kept on pushing. Like instead of just giving up and saying, oh, I can't do pull-ups, it's awkward, people are looking at me, I can't even do like proper form or multiple pull-ups. I just started pushing through it, Get in your mind, don't worry about what other people see or say or whatever. Usually people just are focused on themselves in the gym. They might look at people, but I think most of that comes from their own insecurities and people are always watching. And the moment you get entangled in that thought that people are watching you and judging you, your focus is just way off. That's not why you're in the gym. You're in the gym to get better. And we all start some. We all have like a default. Don't be embarrassed by it. Just focus on getting better every day and push yourself. That's the best way you can handle this. And I always say, like, we have all these influencers online. You get pushed in the algorithms of Instagram, YouTube, whatever, on all these people that look amazing. They have perfect bodies and everything. Don't worry about that. That is unrealistic. Focus on being the best version of yourself. And that is everything you should focus on. Because you are capped by what you can be, your potential. And that is an unfulfilled potential at the moment. But you can get to a much, much higher level. And that is the best version of yourself. That is what you should aim for. And only that. So that was a little bit about the mentality and mindset rant. Now, set number 3. Now I did 21, 18. I think I want to go for 15 on this one. See if I can push it even more. that was 16. I'm happy about that. The thing is, as you see, my form gets better and better, worse and worse during this pull-up. I use more momentum with my feet to get myself up. So it's nothing wrong with that. You're assisting to get more reps in. Just make sure you don't get injuries by overdoing that. Or even just like worsening the exercise. But to some degree, it's fine. I like pushing it. I like pushing myself. You're not gonna do completely perfect form pull-ups, especially not on the last maybe 30% of the exercise. And that's fine. You wanna push it. The fact was that, honestly, at like rep 7 or 8, I was really starting to feel it. And my brain immediately wanted to stop. I was thinking to myself, I could do 8, 9 maybe. It was starting to get real heavy. But still, I had like a lot left that I could push through. And I think like at that last 50 to 30%, that is what really separate the one that truly get results from the ones that just go to the gym and are happy with that. You can say like the first 50% of the exercise is just warm up. That's not where you gain the strength. That's not when you gain what's it called? That's not when you gain the true strength in the exercise. It's the last 50%. If you're not pulling through that, then you're losing a lot of opportunity to get better and to get more strength in your body in this exercise. So I think a lot of people are not aware of that. They think immediately when they feel it, it's hard, they should quit. In fact, that's where you start. It's when you really, really feel that this is hard, you push more. I actually do think that is one of the most important skills that a personal trainer or guidance can do, is like teaching their students exactly what it means to push yourself in the exercises. Because, I mean, you can go everywhere online and find all these experts on how to do exercise, what exercises to do. Like, it's millions of videos and guides everywhere. But what you really need is someone to tell you how to push through the hardness and the pain of the exercise. Not like pain in terms of injuries, but pain in terms of it actually fucking hurts to push those extra reps. Most people don't do that, but that's what you need in order to get the results you want. Oy. Aye. So that's three sets. I like to do 5 sets on this, but based on your level of skill and strength on this, 3 to 4 sets is good. And you want to aim for, like, I'd say at least like 6 reps, preferably over 8. I'd say it's somewhere between 8 and 12 if you can. But if you can't do that, like, do pull downs on a machine. I'll show that afterwards. And assisted pull-ups. With a rubber band you fit on the bar that you can step onto to get that help during this exercise. And the pull-up is not only about strength that's one of the beauties about it. It's not only strength in arms and back, but also you use like core and back. So your entire upper body is set in motion and in strength. It's an excellent exercise, done properly, if done properly. Whew. Okay, set 4. So 16 on the last one. Let's see if we can push it even more. get your chin over the bar. And make sure you get as high as you possibly can. That's 14. You really start feeling like in biceps and in, especially like up here in the higher lats. I usually do these combined, like pull-ups first and then some form of pull down later. Because in the pull down, I'm able to maintain my arch back and technique better. So I usually get a bit better contraction on the lats and back on my pull downs. The pull-ups is a little bit more on the last 4 reps. The technique is not perfect. It's more about pushing yourself. And one of the reasons why I enjoy pull-ups as well is like it's such a basic human exercise. Like being able to lift your own body. And like in my mind as well as a parent, like being able to like lift myself and my kid, pull myself up. Just imagine like on a cliffside or something, like in a movie where you have like your kids, you need to save your kids from something, and you have to pull yourself up on a rope or a cliffside or something. Now that's pretty far-fetched in reality, but like that thought just motivates me and drives me. Like being able to be in that position where you can save yourself and your kid just by you being full of strength, by you being strong, is such a basic and motivating thought for me. I guess you get that when you get like, when you're a father, you get that protective instinct. You want to be strong for your kids and for your family. And I don't want you to underestimate that thought, because it is an extreme motivator, for me at least, to be able to not only provide for the family financially and emotionally, but also like physically. Like feel like you are the leader of the family, you are the like provider, you have strength, you're sort of like, you have that confidence, strength in you, and that shows for the rest of your family. You're like a role model for your kids. And when you get that from strength training, you get that self-confidence and belief in yourself. That translates to the other parts of your family, to your kids, and even to your wife as well. Like, I truly believe that as a father, you are the leader of the family, not in form of, not the way like you decide everything or you're in charge. It's not about that. It's about showing your kids and your wife what kind of being a good example and the potential that you have, and truly guide and be full of strength and passion and be a guiding star for them. I think that's truly important. And confidence and self-esteem is very, very often built in the things you can do. Either if it's work or training or just being there for them. I think that if you are a confident father that steps up and push yourself and show to yourself that you are who you want to be and take charge, that is just an awesome role model. And I think that as a father, that is something we all should strive to be, like the best version of ourselves. And for me, getting to the gym and pushing myself and getting that strength training is really, really, really good for my mental health. Yeah, it was a little bit of a rant about something else, but it's something important to talk about, I think. Okay, So we have 21, 18, we have 16, we have 14. I think we're going for 12 on this one. This is the last set. And also, like, I use chalk on my hands because the last thing I want in this exercise is for my hands to grip, to grip. What's it called? Slip, yeah. Like, the exercise is heavy enough and I don't want to slip on the hands as well. So I use chalk on this one. And also, like you're training everything, you're also training your grip. Extremely, extremely important. Grip strength, yeah, that's what you want. Oh, yeah, I'm really feeling this now, yeah. Oh, that's good, yeah. All right, let's get down for the next one. Still alone in the gym for now. Like on this exercise, I usually switch between, as you can see, this one, where I feel like this is like the best for my shoulders to get in this position. But you can use all kinds of variations of grips on this one. But we'll do this right now, at least for, I think, 2 sets. Yeah. Now in this gym, I'm really capped on the weight. And also, one of the things I don't like about this is I cannot go as high with this as I want. Like if I get down here and do this, I'm capped right here. It's not going further up. So I'm missing out on that full stretch. And that is one of the things I don't like about this, but I think in most gyms you probably have that, like you get higher on this one. Grip strength is important on these back exercises and actually the full training. Like when you're doing pulls, like back exercises, just pulls, you need that grip strength because you don't want to be lacking that. It'll really limit you on these exercises. So what grip strength, how do you get that? From doing grip strength training. All right. Reps. Also, what you can do is right on this one. Let me see here. This might even be better for this exercise, is like just doing this and one hand, and really getting that contraction on each pull on both sides. I also do that one. I might do that after this next one, actually, because it's a good way of getting that good contraction on the lat. As you can see on this exercise, I'm not getting higher enough. So my movement stops there. And I'm not a fan of that. So actually, I think I'll just change this out now. And try to go for this one. Oh. And of course, lower the weight. Maybe 35. I have to wait and see, I think. So now when I do that, I can position myself in a way that I get full stretch on the lat on this exercise. So on the last one, I was kind of like limited. Now I can position myself better to get that full traction, range of motion. So yeah, I'll probably do like, since I had like 5 sets on the pull-ups, I'll do 3 sets in total on this one and go to the next. 2 minutes break, fine. I actually, on one of the last videos I loaded up, I get some diss on my pants because they're too tight. I mean, I really like these pants. They're my favorite. As you can see, it's wear and tear. I used them for a long time. It just feels good to train in them. I don't like all these baggy pants. It feels warm. It feels like not comfortable at all. But I guess it's what you prefer you should do. I don't really think a lot about what other people say or think. Do yourself. Do you. And if that's what makes you feel comfortable and good, that's what you should do. People always try to have opinions on everything. And people are always just limited by their own mind or what other people think or say. So I'll continue using these pants in the future as well. I love them. All right. Let's do these. There's a lot of friction on this rope. Yeah, it doesn't feel that good. I think I'll just go over to the next exercise. I feel like I've done pull-ups or pull-downs enough now. So this is like the ropes I use. And this is sort of like a pull-in to train the upper back strength. I don't know the muscles. I'm not a muscle expert, but like you use your entire muscles in the upper back when you're pulling this. Also good for shoulders and traps. I mean, If you want to know exactly what exercises to do 100% and what muscles to train and the names of everything, there's a lot of videos online about that. That's not my expertise at all. But I really know what feels good for me, what creates strength in the different areas of my back and entire body. And actually leads me into thinking, like, I'm just amazed about, I think the time now is probably like 6:30 or something. It's Saturday morning. And I've been here for like 15 minutes. There's no one here. And like, I think people just really misses the opportunity to train in the morning. Like, it's just a limitation in your mind, getting up and having a coffee and getting ready for training. Like, why are some people able to do that and others don't? It's such a missed opportunity, and especially if you're busy, you have a busy lifestyle, and you have a family and work and everything, and just creates all these excuses in your head why you don't have time or energy or like to train. And it's just a limitation that you set yourself for. It's just becomes a big like hurdle. It's become a big wall, and your excuses are right in front of you. You're using them to not go and train or like having a workout or running or whatever. Like, I mean, I can understand like the kids and the teens and the 20s that don't have family or kids or anything. They can train anytime they want, most of the time. But if you're like a father or a mother and you're limited on the time that you can train, or like, it's so important to not neglect your physique strength. It's so important not to neglect your strength training and your workout routine and getting into that motion when you get to like your 30s or 40s and you're filled on family and time commitments. You should really prioritize going to the gym, and mornings are like this gold mine of opportunity, not only for alone time, but for quality time for yourself and training time, and even like doing private projects that you care about that requires your attention and focus. Instead, people like sleep in. So they use like the weekends or the mornings to like sleep in or relax, and these are just comfort things that you tell yourself that you need. You don't need that. What you need is going to the gym. That's what you need. And it's like, I guess it's like sort of discipline in the start to like get into the habit. But once you get that habit going in your life, once you have that habit, like you just want to go to the gym. Like, it's not, for me, it's not about discipline even anymore. I want to go to the gym. I look at every opportunity to go to the gym. So that doesn't mean that I don't want to be with my family or have other projects to work. I want to do it all. But it's about the mindset. Instead of thinking that going to the gym is a big challenge and hurdle, it should be an opportunity that you want. And getting into that mindset is getting past the initial phase where you need discipline to go to the gym. When you get past those first like days, and yeah, you feel your body hurt for the first time and everything, when you get past that and you start seeing improvement, that's when you actually can get into the habit. And then you look for the opportunity every time to get free to train. And when you're in that place, that is a big advantage where you are like looking for that free time. So for me, like right now I have like 5 kids at home and 2 under 2-year-old. They're probably hopefully sleeping now. If not, they're with their mom. But I get this moment to train by myself. And of course, like I have a very nice fiance that let me do this even in the morning because the kids can be awake at that point in time. So it's important to like always communicate that well in your house. So let's start with this one. I actually need it a bit lower. Oh, yeah. So I usually do 3 sets on this one. 2-minute break. Should do the trick. Make sure you get as far in this movement as you possibly can. And don't rush it back. The strength training also to hold back in this exercise. And I don't do these because I want to create a big upper body on this area. This is important strength training in your upper back, between your shoulder blades and up to the neck. It's a very what's it called? It's a very important place to train. Forget it. I just do it. All right. Drop it. What I usually do when I'm not filming is I might have it's nice to have no music or nothing. You just you're listening to the fan of the ventilation, but I do like to have my Booster headset on when I'm training, especially when there's people in the gym. And I'll listen to podcasts. I'll listen to some exercises or courses or something I'm interested in. And I sometimes listen to music as well, depending on the mood that I'm in. Whatever makes you push that extra. If you feel that you need that extra push, listen to something. I don't really mind it. In the morning, I like the silence of it. I like to be by myself and my own thoughts. It's a creative moment during the day. I think I saw a podcast or read something about the first 4 hours of your day is the most creative part of the day. And I really recognize myself in that. When I wake up, the first half an hour is a bit of a blur. Then I get the coffee, I get water on my face, I brush my teeth, and then I feel fucking great. And then my brain starts getting all these ideas and inspiration, and you start creating and solving puzzles and problems. And that lasts for about 4 hours, I'd say. And that is a really productive time of your day. And what most people do is they use that on work. they use that like after they delivered the kids to kindergarten or they're getting themselves ready to go to work, and they use all that productivity on their job. And I mean, it's good for your employee. And it's sort of good if you have like, if you're really passionate about work. But I am passionate about work, but I like to use those, especially 2 to 3 hours, either to train, being inspirational, writing stuff down, or creating something that I'm passionate about. Either if it's private projects or in training or whatever, something that you truly enjoy. If it's reading a book, just focus on getting that quality in on the first few hours. Don't waste it. I think that is super important. So actually now I'm using it to film with you guys. So I feel more inspirational. It's easier for me to talk. That's one of the reasons why I like doing the videos in the morning. Not only because I'm alone in the gym, but also because it's easier for me to talk and be inspirational and talk about the things I care about. So be aware of like when you are at your full strength, when you are at your 100%, and take advantage of that. I think a lot of people don't think about that at all. Like in the evenings, I feel like depleted. Not every day, but some days, like depending on how much I've slept or how the work day has been, some days I'm just depleted. And getting a real advantage of understanding how your body works and when you're at your best and when you're at your lowest. When you're at your lowest, you probably need rest or understanding from your family or like talking about different issues or whatever. And when you're at your best, you can really give and create. I guess what I was just trying to get to you guys is like structure your days in a way that lets you take advantage of that. All right, last one. That's good for now. What I usually do is like have one more back exercise I do, but like today I'm just not really feeling it. And sometimes I can do that, adjust. It's not about like quitting or giving up. It's more about being adaptable to how your body feels and how long the training has been. I think I've passed the hour mark now on my training. And I don't really like to do training more than like an hour or an hour and 5 minutes maybe. So then I just adapt the training schedule. And I'm gonna finish off with biceps now. And then I think it's time to go home and help out with the kids. I actually think that one of the best skills you could have as a parent or a father, like either one, a mom, is being adaptable. And by that I mean, if you live a busy life, you have a lot of responsibilities, you have kids, maybe multiple kids in different kinds of ages, small ones, bigger ones, you have work, you have private projects, you have training, you have commitments, school for the kids or whatever. Like it can be a lot during a whole day. And I think one of the best skills you can have is adaptability, because a lot of the day won't go as you planned or thought it would be. That happens to me like every single day. And I can plan out a training workout, even in the morning as well. I can, I'm gonna get up at 4 in the morning, I'm gonna do training. And then what ends up happening, maybe one day is like the kid, the youngest one is awake. So, and then I need to help out with the kids and help my fiance out with that 6-month-old, or maybe the kid that we have that's 1.5 years old. Maybe she's awake or needs help or crying. Maybe one of the older kids needs help. Maybe my fiance is feeling bad and not in shape. Like, all kinds of things will happen during work, during every day of your every life. And being able to adapt to the situations is super important. And it's about handling mentally, because you cannot let yourself crash when things don't go out as planned. You need to adapt, you need to adjust, and put your right winning mindset into it every single time. Because you can find new opportunities to train, you can find new opportunities to do your private projects. You can be a good, loving husband. You can be around with your kids and play with them, even though maybe you envision doing something else at that point in time. So always be like focused on growing yourself and your positive mindset in every situation you wound up in. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy every time. There's always challenges, there's always letdowns, there's always something happening. But your ability to adapt to the situation is critical, super important for the quality of your life, and not at least the quality of the life of your loved ones, because it's not only about you and you getting your wins. So it's about you having a great life and family life, and communicate good, and like ensure that every part of your life is in the best possible form and way it possibly can be. So that was a little bit of a rant, but I think, like, especially now when this is one of the things you get when you're in the morning and you train and you think and you get time for yourself. It's so important to have that growth mindset. And growing is not only in the gym or physical growth, it's a lot in your head. How are you handling setbacks? How are you handling things not going the way you thought it would go? Like, if you think about it, every roadblock or failure, everything, a challenge you meet in life is a chance for you to step up, is a chance for you to grow. That's all what it's about. So we all get setbacks in life. We all get challenges. We all fail at something. That's part of life. It's part of what makes you grow. And growing, as I've mentioned in the last video, I think, like, that's the main purpose we have on this earth. It's like, we need to grow. The moment we become stagnant, the moment we're not growing anymore, or we're just accepting mediocrity, or yeah, it's the moment we're just failing and we feel down and depressed, and we get that mindset where there's no way out, or that negative mindset. I think that a lot of people that get stuck in those mindsets, they forgot that they need to grow and push themselves and take action. That's what it's about. So a little bit of a motivational rant, but I guess what I'm really trying to get to is, every time things don't go as planned, or you meet a challenge that you didn't think you were going to meet, or a roadblock, see it as an opportunity for you to be better and to grow and get past that. The moment you change your mindset into that, you start winning instead of losing. And winning is not only about results, it's about you conquering that challenge. It's about you getting better and learning. So keep that in mind, and I'll keep that in mind for the next time I have a challenge, because I know it's not as easy when you're in the middle of it. But if you can keep that in your mind, that this is just a hurdle, how I'm facing this challenge means everything, and I can really push past it if my mindset is in the right way. So let's do biceps training. I usually do these like either standing up or on a bench. I think I'll do these standing up right this moment. I think I'll do 3 sets because I'm already on overtime here now. So let's do these. These are 18. This might be a bit too heavy now. We'll see. Yeah, it was a bit too heavy now. So I've already had a lot of exercise, the pull-ups and everything. It's already taken a lot on the biceps. So that was 7. I probably should have done 16, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I usually want to end up between 8 and 12 reps on biceps. So considering that, I'll probably go for 14 on the next one. I'm at this point of training now. I usually get to when I'm at the final 10 minutes of the training. My mind starts thinking, I think you're done, but I want to push that extra, you know. I've already trained biceps this exercise. Now with this training, I can feel it, but I want to push that extra on the biceps. I could quit now, and I'll have an amazing training. But there's something in my mind that just, I want to get in these 2 extra sets. So then we'll just do it. Actually, I got this one during this Christmas. It seems to be one of my favorites at the moment. I really love this Gymshark clothes. Like, I think we all know about Gymshark at this point in time, but they have so much amazing training clothes. And this is one of the best I think I've ever had. The material is just amazing. And the fit on the body also is just, I really love it. So I might just order more of these. I'm that kind of guy that if I find one thing that I really enjoy, I can have like 10 of the same clothing. Just because I love that one. I don't need all this versatility, a lot of different clothes and stuff. If I find one outfit that I really like, I'll just use that. That's just me. All right. Let's go for 14. That's 10. One more set. And then I'm really looking forward to going back to my fiance and having that morning coffee. It's one of the highlights of the day, to be honest. We talk about it in bed before we go to bed. In bed before we go to bed. We talk about it before we go to sleep. We're really looking forward to that morning coffee. And when I'm done training in the morning and I get home, the kids are awake, she's awake, we can have that morning cup of coffee, especially during the weekends. It's priceless. And I think if you can find that with somebody to get that priceless quality time, even with your family and your kids and everybody, it's really something I'm looking forward to. And it gives that extra reward when you're done with your training. You get home and get that quality coffee and that quality time with your loved ones. It's really something to look forward to. And I'm especially lucky because I have a gym that is 100 meters from where I live. So it's so easy to get like in this training and get home and everything. And if you can set yourself up for these small wins, just getting a training center that's close and especially like 24/7 open like this one, it's so much easier to make training happen. And it's part of the reasons why people, actually I think it's a small reason, but it compounds. I mean, if you have like a long way to your training center, and if it has reduced opening times, and all these are small roadblocks that makes it even harder for you to actually go to train. So if you can set yourself up for all these small, easy wins, like even in the morning or in the evening before I put out all the clothes ready, I put out the training bag ready, I set the coffee as ready as possible, because you want to limit all the roadblocks and all the challenges you can have keeping you away from going to train. You want to make it as easy as possible to go to training. Then you set yourself up for success. I think that is super important, maybe a very neglected thing. So it's about making it easy as possible for yourself. And this goes into dieting as well. Like if you want to keep yourself lean or get lean, like just remove all your fucking chocolate from the house. Like it's as easy as that. Make it as hard as possible for you to fail. So if you have like a craving for chocolate, like let's get real, we all do. Like maybe not in the morning or like at daytime, but after dinner time, or especially in the evening time, you're gonna be weak. I am weak. And I feel craving for chocolate, chips, all this. And every day, every single day I feel that craving. But if you have that always available to you, it's gonna be even harder to keep away when you're at that weak point. I mean, you can have that discipline, you can be, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm hard, I'm disciplined, I'm not gonna do it. That maybe lasts like 3 or 4 days, and then you suddenly, just a bite. You know how it is. So just limit that availability as best as you can to make it easier on you. And when you get into the habit, because the habit comes after maybe a week or 2 or 3, when you get into that habit of not eating or of training, it's so much easier because it's part of your everyday life. It becomes a routine. So I'm at this point of time now where it's a habit for me not to eat unhealthy. So it's effortless. And I'm into a habit of going to training in the morning. So it's effortless. And I'm in a habit of actually training. So it's effortless. I'm in a habit of filming now. And that was a big roadblock for me for many months. Like I was procrastinating filming. Like, what am I gonna say? What I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna show myself? Am I good enough? Will people like discover if I'm not good enough? Imposter syndrome, all this. Like it's all just roadblocks in your head. So that was keeping me away from it. Now I started filming and putting out content, all this. I'm developing that habit. When you get into a habit, it's so much easier. And that's where you want to go. So I think people are all thinking about it a bit wrong. They think they have to be disciplined all the time. You just need discipline in the start to get going and stick into it. Once you get past that phase, you're good to go. That's what you want. All right, the last one. We'll do 14 now. Let's push it. Good workout. I'm done. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna pack it up and get back to my family and get that coffee. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. I'll be putting out weekly going forward now, different types of training. And as you can see, like I have a lot, it's not only training, it's a lot of mindset and productivity content that I put into it. That's the way I like to make videos, because doing an exercise or the technique or the muscle, yada, 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 like there's so many videos online about that. So I'm all about how to be productive in your everyday life, how to get the wheels going, how to find that right mindset, and especially for parents that are busy and that struggling to get that time. Follow me on the next video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.